Hi, this is John Shoemaker with Classic Restoration, and I'm at a customer's house who unfortunately had a pipe inside their wall break and had a lot of water coming inside their house. Luckily enough, they were home, and once they identified that it was water and a leak, they were able to shut the water off to the house and prevent additional damage from happening. I'm going to today show you two locations that we can turn the water off in hopes of stopping the leak, and then we'll also go over what the problem was and what we did to fix the problem. Here we are in the garage standing next to the water softener. Water softeners have a shutoff valve that keeps all water from the outside going into the house. This valve right here is red. All we have to do is turn it to the right, and now the water to the house is shut off. If you don't have a water softener and can't shut the water off from there, then we have to move out to the street and cut the water off at the main supply, right out in front next to the street. Here is the meter lid. You stick your crescent wrench, this is what we're going to need to turn the water off, inside the little nozzle here, and lift it out of the way. Right here is the part that gets turned off. It's got an arrow pointing towards the house. That means that the water is on. We grab the crescent wrench and rotate it until the arrow is perpendicular to the water line. That now means that the water is shut off to the house. Here we are in the kitchen where the customer first heard the water noise and experienced water coming out from underneath the cabinets. I've turned my drying equipment off so that we can get up underneath here and hear each other. Let's open up the cabinets and take a look. When the customer had opened up the cabinets, they recognized that water was coming out from the wall into the cabinet. It wasn't the supply line, which is right here, or the angle stop, but something inside the wall. That's when they knew they needed to turn the water off at the water softener. Once we had the water turned off, the customer called us out to determine what the source of the leak was, fix the leak so that they could get water back onto their house, and thirdly, begin the dry out process. Let's take a look and see what the problem was. This piece right here is called a manifold. It's where water comes in from underneath the slab and goes out to other locations. This particular two lines actually tie in to below the sink, which is what we were just looking at. This is the hose bib that was positioned right here prior to the leak. With this piece off, the water was blowing full bore into this stud and was going inside the house, underneath the cabinets, and onto the wood floor, as well as outside here. Once we got the water stopped, we were able to open this piece of siding up to expose the manifold and identify the problem. I called my plumber out, and he came out and put a cap on this, and we were able to then turn the water back onto the house so everybody could have water as normal. After that, we began the dry out process. Important piece of information. This is what caused the leak. This piece of pipe right here and this angle stop. If you have a leak, no matter what, make sure you save the parts that are broken. Your insurance company, if you file a claim, is going to want to see those and make sure that they have those in their possession. Do not let those get out of your possession. Today we discussed what to do if a pipe breaks inside your wall. Remember, the first thing to do is turn the water off. We talked about doing it at either the water softener or at the street. The second thing to do is identify the source of the leak. In this case, it was the manifold behind the sink. The third thing to do is get someone out to fix it so you can get water into your house and get back to normal as quickly as possible. After that, we can begin the drying process. I sure hope that this was helpful today. Thank you.